Have you got a bee in your bonnet about something that nobody ever asks you about? Is there something you really think ought to be fixed?
Oh, there's millions of things that ought to be fixed, as you say. But, I mean, I think that university. I mean, the biggest problem at the moment is that biomedical research has to be done in some environment, and the universities used to be a popular environment for doing biomedical research, and because the infrastructure was there, if you like, and you could get relative security of tenure by taking a teaching position. But that security of tenure has evaporated. The universities are polarising into teaching institutes and research institutes. You know, there's a sort of divide drawn between them. And I think the problem that we need to think about for the future is how do we keep people interested in training in biomedical research in an environment where you polarise teaching and research apart from each other. Because unless you expose the bright young people to something which is very much a mind-challenging environment, they don't respond to it. And what the universities by definition have become means of giving people knowledge, not understanding. Because if you put 50% of people through a tertiary education, which is what's happening in this country now, then, you know, if everybody's somebody, nobody's anybody, and you don't get the top 2% that you really need to intellectually challenge, sort it out and challenge them properly. And that's an area that I feel very strongly about. I don't know quite what the solution is. I can think of a number of potential solutions, but I think that I mean, one solution obviously is you put people in a research institute, but that's not a training environment, because as you've pointed out, research is quite competitive, and if you spend an awful lot of time training people, you're not getting on doing your research. So you can mentor people at the PhD level where they're actually a useful part of the team, and they get an education in return for doing the work. But the next level down from that, where you're trying to get them interested, the undergraduate students, I mean, we don't take honour students in here anymore. It costs us a huge amount of real money to take them through the system. They are rarely research productive, of course, while they're honour students, so we don't expect them to be. I mean, it's a training, but the problem is they don't even hang around with us after they've done their honours year, so they go off elsewhere, and we put all that time and effort into training them for someone else's benefit. And that might be altruistically what universities ought to do, but in reality what that means is that the people that do the training are damaging their own careers through doing that. So we need to come up with a different model for that component of the education that leads people into biomedical research before they get to the stage where they can actually be research productive as part of the team.